Hola! Today we are here to review Alice in No Man's Land by James Knapp. We were sent this book by the author
in exchange for an honest review.
So, to start off, Deanna here did not finish the book.
I got 5 chapters in. The beginning was really slow.
I agree with that. I finished it all. The beginning was really slow, as we both have said. But once it got halfway through, it got a lot better. But Deanna here did not finish it, unfortunately.
I didn't like the main character. The one character I did like was Cody, who was the brother. And the action scenes were just not doing it for me. They didn't have the suspense that I normally feel where I'm rushing down the page and scanning the page to see what happens and then kind of going back and filling in the blanks once I know what happens. Obviously, it's nothing against the writing of the book. The action scenes weren't doing it for me.
I think the writing itself was really good. Yeah, some of the parts in the book were not as well written as I thought other parts were, in my opinion. Since I got to the end, you read the last chapter, but I thought there needed to be more. I feel like there should have been a sequel. I mean, I don't know if you're writing a sequel. That would be really cool if you were, because I would read it. The ending just seemed like it needed more. It just kind of felt like it dropped off, and it was just, okay, all the characters are good. You tied up loose ends very well. It just felt like there needed to be more to the story. Like a resolution sort of thing.
I feel like throughout the beginning of the book, what I read of it, there wasn't enough explanation as to what was going on. I didn't understand that they were a real estate company, and until I read the back of the book, I actually didn't really understand the book at all. I feel like Cody would have been a better protagonist. I feel like Alice wasn't the one who should have been telling the story. I feel like she was very flat, and she didn't have as much room for growth like some of the other characters did, and so they would have been better suited to be the main character and to grow with the story. Whereas Alice, it seems like, was very kind of set in her ways and very logical.
She did change a lot in the story, I think. She realized that, she learned a lot about outside of her world. All she's ever known is what her father and mother have told her and what she's been accustomed to. But when she gets thrown into this situation where she's like, I don't know, where am I? I don't know what I'm doing here. Why does this exist? I didn't know that this existed. And she has to get used to that. It makes her more of a likable character, I think, because she changes in the ways that she learns that not everybody has what she has, and not everybody is the same opportunities
as she has.
Yeah.
She's very privileged, and she's very well off, and so she doesn't understand the people who aren't well off. But I also feel like he could have expanded upon the fact that nobody cares about these people who are living in the decimated city, that no one cares about them, and that this is somebody's house, this is someone's home, and they're trying to make a living.
Like what you said earlier about not understanding what was going on in the world that she was living in, I thought the beginning things at each chapter, the little paragraphs about news reports and people's opinions and activists' opinions, I thought that really helped immerse me into the story, helped understand what the world was.
Those were actually my favorite portions of what I read. At first I thought they were just quotes of famous people. People will put quotes at the beginning that kind of have to do with the chapter. I think James does a really good job at choosing snippets of the news that put you in the story, and I think if there would have been more of that, maybe I would have understood it a little better.
Who was your favorite character?
Oh, Cody. He wasn't in there very often, but I liked him. He had a lot to learn, and he had a lot of growing up that he could do. And so if the story had been more about Cody, I might have liked it a little better.
I really liked Maya and Basilio. They were kind of like the two sidekicks, but they weren't sidekicks at the same time because they were so badass. They stood up for what they believed in, and they showed Alice that it's not all about her. They grew a lot in the story as well as Alice did.
I didn't like Maya at first, and I don't think I got into Maya as much as I could have. At first, I really didn't like her, because she was just beating on Alice,
Yeah.
and just definitely just being an asshole about it. I was like, okay, this chick needs to stop, and back up, and realize what Alice is going through, and then I was like, but it's not all about Alice, and that's kind of the point, is that she's so privileged, and she thinks that everything is about her because everything's always been about her, and now it's not.
I thought the mom and daughter relationship wasn't really explained very well, because I know she wasn't a very big character in it, but she's the one who saved Alice, Maya, and Basilio. In Alice's point of view, she sounded like not a very good mother. Like she abandoned her children, and I just feel like that could have been explored more. There wasn't like a big connection between them other than it was a way for Alice to get to safety, and I thought there could have been more to that.
Alright, so how many stars out of 5 would you give the book?
I would give it 3.5. I think on Goodreads I gave it 4, but
you just can't do 0.5.
Yeah. I thought it would be better to round up, and I did think it was a good book. I think there's a lot of ways that this book could be expanded, and the world could be expanded more. And I would like to see that. What would you give it out of 5 stars?
I'm gonna give it 2 from the little portions that I read. I couldn't finish it. I wasn't a fan. I couldn't relate to it, and I couldn't digest it as much as I think a lot of other people can. I think a lot of other people might have a better connection to it. Personally, I didn't connect to it. Generally, if I don't like the main character, the book doesn't fare well for me. The writing wasn't bad. The action scenes were kind of bad. I just don't think the book was for me. I don't want to completely knock it and say, oh, it was terrible, but I don't want to put it up on a pedestal because I didn't relate to it. I don't want to offend anybody, but I don't want to, like, not stay true to what I think. Especially because, James, you asked for an honest review. We definitely appreciate the author sending us the book.
It was very nice. Thank you. This is our first book that we got for review, which was really cool. We hope you enjoyed our video. You can like and subscribe if you like to do that.
Comment below.
Yeah, comment below your thoughts. If you've read the book.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram. We post pictures almost every day.
Almost every day. Bookstagram is the best.
Bookstagram.
I'll put all the links in the end bar once you see it, and down below.
We're still going on with the Harry Potter read-along. This month is the 3rd book. Next month is the 4th book. Erin and I kind of got a little bit confused with our schedules.
And we got behind as well.
And I'm not done with the 2nd book yet. She just started the 3rd book. So I'm going to hurry up and finish the 2nd book. And then start the 3rd one so I can finish it by the end of the month. And then the 4th one is February. So January is the 3rd. February is the 4th.
Have fun reading. Bye! Hello, everyone. Okay, so this is kind of unexpected. Well, sort of. I kind of knew something was coming, but I have a package here.